Platinum is alive. Here is why you should keep buying it. The price is up over 50% since my video from 5 months ago entitled Platinum is Dying. Here's why you should buy it. We've seen a beautiful continued price pump in platinum. Let's take a look at where we are sitting right now with me, Joe Main. This is Good Morning Stackers, brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, and my private silver investor club. I'll put a link somewhere below. Here is platinum on the monthly time frame, price in USD, 1,478 US dollars. The price was, let me check, it was $968 as of that video on the 23rd of April of this year. And since then, what are we looking at? Let's see, that is $970 right there. Yep, that is about a 53% move as of right now. So we had been talking about the fact, I said platinum was dying, and what I meant by that, it was dying in relation to gold and silver. It was highly undervalued to gold and silver. Gold had already had its big run. Silver was on its way. It was platinum's turn. And we were sitting below this major sort of accumulation. We're in a major accumulation trend down below this trend line here, if you can imagine a trend line right here. And then not very long after, we broke out. So it's looking fantastic, up over 54%. And let's pop into the weekly and the daily as well. Looks like we've just broken out of this area too. Remember right here, I've been doing regular platinum analysis on the live shows and just in between as well. And we had that move all the way up to 1,480. We had that retrace down to 1,260 roughly. And so I had this Fibonacci drawn in here from this high and this low. What we needed to see was get through the zag zone, or the expected resistance range. Okay, it's very normal when you have a high and a low. You can come back up and test resistance. It can retrace in, a downwards or upwards directions, one third to 2/3 of that move. Okay, so as long as we got out of here and didn't do that, if we did that, that would be really bad news. But we've broken out of there and we held above. It was just kind of raging for a while, and then just in the last couple of days and just the last 24 hours, and we've now broken above. So it's a new high for platinum, at least in, the new high in 2025, but it's the highest high since, what are we talking here? We're talking the highest high since 2014. So looking pretty darn good. I do think you should continue to keep buying it. Of course, not financial advice, all that sort of stuff, but it's looking quite good. If I show you on the weekly time frame, let's go back now, and I'll get rid of all this stuff for you just so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Ultimately, it would have been good, if you had been buying right before the breakout or on the breakout right here of that roughly $1,000 mark. That's the perfect time to get it. But I don't think you are too late to platinum when you look at it over the longer term. The fact that we're now breaking this, making new highs on the weekly time frame as well, I just think, in my humble opinion, and you do you, but I do think we will break the all-time high in platinum eventually down the track. So if you're buying now, I wouldn't be buying just to trade it for short-term gains. I would be buying it as an investment for the longer term, call it 3 to 5 years, call it end of the decade, something like that, roughly. And I'll keep you updated, of course. So hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. But yeah, we're going to break the all-time high eventually. That's 2,300 US dollars. Number go up, number go down. You've got a bit of, resistance along the way. Let's have a quick look at the macro from this high and this low. And this is why we're looking so good as well. Remember, I just showed you on that smaller time frame the expected resistance range, or called the zag zone. Okay, remember that? Just showed you there. From this macro high in this macro low, you have its zag zone, which we're also through. So it's just looking really good for platinum. Okay, so this is where I mentioned it here, around about $970 here. It had that breakout, and we've basically just sailed through the zag zone, and we've basically, we found a little bit of support around that top end there, and now it looks like we're shooting through again. Number will go up, number will go down, so if you're investing for the longer term, just know that will be the case. But I tell you what, from that high and that low, breaking through the zag zone, the question now becomes, and I've mentioned this before, where is the trapped money? Okay, what I mean by trapped money is people who bought previously and maybe they rode this all the way down from a psychological point of view. I don't think there's going to be much trapped money, or there wasn't really, because they're going to get shaken out through time. But if some people are still in, let's say around about here. This is at the top end of the zag zone. These people right here, let me show you. Some of them might have had the psychology of, man, I got into this thing back in 14 years ago, and or I just inherited it or whatever. It's back at this level here. I'm getting out of this thing. I wouldn't say people who inherited, but people who bought and they're like, I hate this game. It's now back at my previous level. I'm going to get out. I'm going to break even. So that was the level we needed to get through and pump through right there around about that 1,350 kind of mark. We're basically through that now. I mean, we're above that area now. So the question is, where is the trapped money now? And the answer is, there is no trapped money. Where are the big buys? You've got a little bit going on maybe here, but that's really not huge. That's a small amount of time when you look at it on the monthly time frame. So really, there's not a lot of trapped money at the moment. So there's not going to be a huge amount of resistance on our way up now to the all-time high. And when we get into the all-time high for platinum, well, then you're in price discovery. There is no resistance. Where is the top? We don't exactly know. Of course, we can do some blue sky thinking. We can look at Fibonacci levels and extension levels and things like that. But I think for now, until we break the all-time high, I won't do any of that future casting. Okay, but I do think we will break it, and it will be going, well, definitely much higher from here. Okay, so that's platinum, the spot price platinum. Now, there's a couple of ways you can get into platinum. Of course, you can buy the physical metal, of course. Now, I've been a stacker of physical precious metals since 2010, physical silver, physical gold. I've owned platinum before as well. And if you want to buy physical precious metals, one of the best ways to do it is to buy it through a bullion dealer. Really, it's almost the only way you can do it is through a bullion dealer, such as Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Head over there and check out what they've got. They give you free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. They're actually, I think, still the only dealer in Australia that gives you free shipping. No other bullion dealer ever dared do it in the decades previous. These guys started their business last year, and free shipping. It's really good. Head over to perthbullion.com.au for your physical precious metals. But there's other ways that you can get in. So I'm going to show you here a couple of different ways. Now, if you just want pure exposure to the platinum price and you don't want to buy like a platinum mining stock, the best one to get into on the Australian Stock Exchange is called the EPT MPT. It's basically an ETF. Let me find that for you. I'll just go here. EPT MPT. Is that the one? Or is it ETP MPP? It's probably ETP MPT. There it is. So ETP MPT. It's the Global X physical. Now that says physical gold structured. It is not. Okay, they've got the name wrong there. It is most definitely the platinum one. Okay, they still haven't fixed that, and I have no idea why. But yeah. ETP MPT is a way to get exposure to the price of platinum without having to go out and buy physical platinum. Of course, when you buy physical platinum, you're buying at the market price plus a premium on top because the bullion dealers need to make money. But if you don't want to deal with that and you're happy to buy paper assets, okay, then yeah, this would be the best one to do it. So that's probably the easiest way to get into it without buying physical. The other way you can get exposure to the platinum price rising, plus with leverage, meaning you'll probably get better returns, okay, more returns but more risk, is by getting into a platinum mining stock. There's a few, okay. The big boy, there's one listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and that's called Sibanye-Stillwater, SBSW. That has been doing really well as well. This is SBSW on the monthly time frame, looking really good. And I'll tell you one that's listed on the Australian Stock Exchange as well in just a moment. But yeah, looking absolutely pretty ripe, I'd say, from this high and this low. Again, number will go up, number will go down, but do you see, just like I showed you with the platinum spot price, We got through its zag zone, similar thing, almost exactly the same. We're now through its zag zone on Sibanye-Stillwater. I think it's the world's largest platinum group mining company based in South Africa. And look, all the way through. So it's looking good. So they're at $10.30 USD at the moment through the zag zone. I'm expecting personally, again, not financial advice, the company could tank for some reason, you never know. But on balance of probability, it's looking like it's going to make a play for the all-time high eventually. Okay, again, number go up, number go down. And I think it will make brand new all-time highs in the years coming. So that's Sibanye-Stillwater. Do your own research. And if you want one on the Australian Stock Exchange, the best one to get into is ZIM. This is ZIM. This is Zimplats Holdings. Okay, it's basically the little cousin, sister company of Implats Holdings, which is in South Africa, but this is the Australian version of it. It's like a parent, Implats is the parent company of it. So it's like the little cousin. And it has been doing very, very well as well. We're just coming up to a major area of resistance here. You see this resistance zone between about $17 and $19.50. We're hitting that at the moment. We have opened the day, I think it's about 3.5% higher, because as platinum was going up overnight, ZIM has opened up on the Australian Stock Exchange. But yeah, it's hit it right bang there. See that? Previous resistance there. And there's also that previous, where are we? Previous resistance. Oh, it's back here somewhere on that weekly time frame. No, I don't want that. There we go. Resistance back in April of 07 as well. So now if I do a quick bit of Fibonacci, let's see where we're sitting in terms of its zag zone. I don't think we're quite there yet. Let me have a look from this high and this low. I'm very bullish on Zimplats. I do hold it myself. So do take everything I say there with a grain of salt, because I am holding it, so I might have a conflict of interest, but I'm very bullish on it. Let's see from... You've got that right there and here. So here's the top end of the zag zone. So this is, it's going into battle with previous buyers. Okay, so it is going into battle with some trapped money at the moment. So do bear that in mind. Is it something that I would say that you should buy today? Not necessarily. I mean, what I do like is the fact that we are making higher highs on the weekly time frame, so that's good. We've made successive higher highs and higher lows now. Okay, so we had that bottom here at around about $10.40. This was called this is a non-failure swing pattern. So it's actually just in the last couple of weeks formed a non-failure swing. That's actually the most bullish of reversal patterns. Okay, so this is where you're making successive lower highs and lower lows. Okay, and then the first thing it does, instead of making a high, then a higher low, then breaking through, it just smashes through and first makes a higher high, then a higher low, and then it's just broken there as well. So that's, again, it is the most bullish of reversal patterns, so it's looking very good. My guess is we will maybe find some resistance here, and then eventually that will break. And then again, you'll be through that trapped money here on ZIM, because you're coming up to here, maybe a bit of resistance, possibly. Who knows? But there, once you're through, again, where is the trapped money? Then you're onwards and upwards to break the all-time high eventually. And I think it will get into price discovery. So ZIM looking very good as well. So that's pretty much how to get into platinum. I think platinum is absolutely alive, Dr. Frankenstein style. And great to see it up over 50% since the video 5 months ago. If you would like to stay updated with other precious metals, there is a precious metal that I am going to do a video on, which hasn't had its breakout yet. It's still in its slight sort of accumulation kind of phase, and I'll let you know what that one is in another video. So a little bit of wetting your whistle right there. So a bit of a tease, but do hit the big red subscribe button. I'll let you know what that is in a future video coming very, very soon. And that's how to get into platinum. So physical platinum, if you want to buy it from a bullion dealer, an ETF, or one of these platinum miners, but it is looking just really good. Let's go back to that again, and I'll show you on the quarterly time frame as well. This is platinum on the quarterly. Really, honestly, there's nothing saying at all that we're going to see some lower prices from here. You've been in an accumulation range since 2015, It's just broken out. It's not going back down. 99.99% sure of that. So that is the platinum thing. It is totally alive right now. Get your physical platinum from perthbullion.com.au or any of your favorite bullion dealers. And of course, look into those mining stocks. And if you're into silver as well, I am going to ask you, please and thank you, head over to the Silver Investor Club. It's free to join, free for now. It won't be free forever. If you're investing in silver, whether you're a new investor or you're looking to be a new investor or you're a veteran silver investor, that's either in physical silver or silver-related stocks, related assets like stocks, ETFs, etc. You really want to be a part of the Silver Investor Club. It's a private club. I'll put a link somewhere below. 171 members as of right now. Why? Well, you're joining a community of like-minded silver investors. If you're a newbie, you can ask all your questions. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010. I also worked for 3 major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia. So I've served thousands of customers in my time. I know all the frequently asked questions. I can help you. And all the other regular investors in silver that are in the Silver Investor Club can answer your questions too. Also, we do a weekly live stream hangout. So we just do a nice, get to know you, sort of hang out, talk about whatever we want, silver related, anything we want. Plus, Perth Bullion Exchange joins us and you get an exclusive silver special you cannot get anywhere else in the world on my private Silver Investor Club. And all the stuff we do, we talk about spot price, there's stock talk, streams and specials, show and tell section as well. Did you buy something recently and you want to show it off? And we'll go, ooh, look at that pretty thing. We'll do that too. So it's a great community to join. Free for now. I will start charging eventually, but head over there and I'll get you hooked. That's it, my lovely people. Let's go finally to... We have to do it a synchronized slurp. This is what I do every Tuesday and Thursday when I go live on the channel, on X and on YouTube. You grab a tasty beverage. I've got my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. It's the slurp heard around the world. Ready, set, go. Good. Platinum is alive. And it's so good to see. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you soon.